When you dress up for Halloween, you want to make sure you have the good makeup. You want the pros. And today we got Bob and Grim. They're going to be making me into a, what, gentlemen?
A victimized zombie.
A victimized zombie. Okay, well, I'm halfway there already. Just need the zombie part. So what do we need today to make me look more tired than I already am?
All right, first thing, these are wedges, just regular cosmetic wedges you can get in any store. This is used for applying the cake makeups, the grease makeups, which this is called a bruise wheel. It's very good for making bruises or wounds or really any kind of colors any kind of makeup you'd need with these colors, which are darker colors. These are cream sticks. Again, also used the applicator. And then you got brushes, just regular brushes. You want to try to stick to some decent brushes with pretty good bristles, because if they spread too much, you try to do detail, it's not going to come out very good. Then we got some popsicle sticks. That's good for mixing gelatin, applying the gelatin, spreading blood. We also have these long Q-tip,
basically.
Yeah,
cotton
yeah.
swabs.
And you can use these also for spreading latex, gelatin, any of that type of stuff. Cold water, warm water for mixing the gelatin, and because you need warm water to mix the gelatin. You can put some blood in the gelatin to give it that blood color, and then later on, after it dries, you can use some of these greases to give it some definition. So we're gonna start. We're gonna put some latex around his eye. So we're gonna make a wound around his eye where it's gonna look like the skin peeled away.
Let's get zombied.
So what we do, we put a layer around.
The first layer that we want to go on, you want it to almost get dry and tacky before you apply anything, so it sticks better.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go back over it.
So what are you doing now? I can't see out of that eye.
Well, I'm just applying the cotton. I've kind of opened the cotton ball up a little bit. I've spread it out, I've flattened it out, and now I'm just getting it stuck to where we just applied the latex.
Okay.
What does the cotton effect do?
That's going to be the skin. When we're all said and done,
Oh,
that's gonna
like
be
the
ripped
decrepit
skin right off his face, kind of.
Wow. And you guys are applying more latex to his face?
Thing. Yes, we're gonna fill in. We're gonna get all the cotton latexed up, seeped in, so that we can color it afterwards. So now we've got the latex mostly, or the cotton mostly latexed up, and I'm just smoothing the outer edge, because we're gonna want that to blend right into skin, so that there's no lip, there's no definition. It's just gonna look like skin. It's going to look like skin.
Is my eye going to be covered completely, or will I be,
No, you'll be
I'll
able to open it.
Yep.
You'll be able to open it, look out of it. You can open it now if you wanted to. It's not going to hurt anything.
All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to base out the rest of his face, kind of make his face stand out a little bit more, because he's a fresh kind
I'm
of
a fresh zombie.
Yeah, so he was just victimized, and now he's a zombie. So
you're using...
So I'm using cake makeup. This is actually alabaster. It's a flesh tone.
Okay.
So the zombies most of the time are a flesh tone, unless they've been rotting around. It all depends on the various stages of zombie.
You can play with grays. You can play with pale skin colors. You can play with whites.
I can already feel like some part of my face is like already. It's amazing how fast this stuff hardens.
Well, yeah, in the time we're talking, the more you add, the longer it takes to do.
Absolutely.
So if you're layering, you got to make sure you let the first layer dry and then go over it, because if you don't, it's going to take forever. So, So what you do for cake makeup, you got to get the sponge a little wet. So you just dip it in some water. Don't want it too wet, and then just.
That's not regular cover-up, right?
No.
Okay.
This is makeup.
Okay, so I go to the Halloween store and I say I'm looking for cake makeup.
Looking for star
you can
blend.
use cover up. You can use makeup. It's makeup.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just particularly Halloween makeup. So.
Okay.
So you take some, and you just spread it, and you don't go crazy with it, but you want it to show up. So
And what you're trying to get there is a nice smooth blend that doesn't look like lines. It just looks like one tone color. You want to definitely make sure, and that's something we did not do, is ask if your person that you're applying makeup to has any allergies, especially latex.
Yes. No.
Within the first 10 minutes, like 10 seconds, really.
we actually had a girl last week that
Safety first.
she didn't know she was allergic to anything, and we asked, in general, anyone allergic to latex, and she just said nothing. So she got latex right across her face, and unfortunately she got a little red. So she knows she's
I'll find out. I don't think
gently allergic to latex. So.
For those of you who have airbrush and do model painting and whatnot, they make airbrush makeups that are for the face, non-toxic ones. Any water-based, you're fine. And that's primarily how I do makeup, and it's great because it covers latex appliances and stuff like that so much quicker than it will trying to use these greases and cakes.
It's also a lot cleaner to clean off of you. So if you're a person that gets really irritated by wiping things off, like if you can't use baby wipes, or you just hate washing your face like crazy, because some grease makeups and cake comes off pretty easy, but grease makeup can really stick.
You could rub a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna take a while. And the next day you're going to work, you're going to look a little like you're a goth kid. So, yeah, airbrush makeup comes off way easier and quicker.
So what we're doing now is we're gonna white on the inside of our little appliance here, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna relay into looking like bone later on. In this industry, a lot of our characters do wear contacts, and so when you're going in to do makeup around the eye, you have to be conscious and careful with that.
Now you're adding red.
I am adding the red. Want to start mixing it?
Sure.
One packet? Yeah. So we're going to be making gelatin. Basically, it's the store-bought gelatin. Is one packet. Just pour it in here. And what you need is warm water. So we heated some up, and it's still warm, so we're good. Pour a little bit in. And mix it up. Regular fake blood drips and won't stop dripping until it dries. Gelatin will drip while it's drying.
Gelatin's great if you wanted to do melty faces.
Yeah.
Like
You do different colors. You don't have to use red. As you're applying the gelatin, it actually starts to dry as it's dripping down. So that's why it gives you a really good dripping look. And as a matter of fact, sometimes it'll actually dry in full drip mode. So you can actually have drips going down the face as it's drying. And again, this is safe for facial hair and hair for that matter.
as long as you use hot water to
Yes,
remove it.
yes.
You can shower it out, fine. If you try to peel it off, you're going to be peeling hair.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's starting to get chunky now,
Yeah.
and it's getting hard to set up. But the beautiful thing is you can just mix more and apply it right over it.
Yep.
All I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit of black to the red so that your blood is the same. It's not like super red on one side and the rest of you is already dead.
Sorry. Well, Bob and Grib, thank you very much for making me up as a zombie. They did a great job, and have fun making yourself look like a zombie or whatever you want to make yourself up to be.
I want to ask you a question.